Hey everyone, it's Failed Shot back with a video, and today I just want to show you the power of the tank comp in this new Void Tower. As I mentioned in my previous video about Void Tower, it's going to be very, very viable, and it's actually way easy to go ahead and use the tank comp this rotation. And so I wanted to showcase it, and also I wanted to go ahead and see if we could beat stage 60 here with the tank comp. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And if you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get to that tank comp. All right, so as you can see here, we have autoed all the way from floor 40 to floor 59 here, completely with the same comp. We rolled Charles, Cyrus, Hakron, and Mathasia. We just ran through every single one of these stages pretty simply with the tank comp. The question is, can we get through floor 60 with the tank comp? And we're going to go ahead and try that here. But I just wanted to showcase how viable the tank comp really is. I literally have autoed all the way to floor 60. No problems. The only stage I had to kind of monitor was floor 40. I had to make sure that they were targeting Mathasia in the back because, you know, Mathasia is going to revive everyone. But even if you're not, you still can get pretty lucky and just kill her off. It really just depends. But again, this is a huge boon to the tank comp. And if you're able to auto all the way to floor 60, it'll save you hours of time, if not more. All right, so now that we know that the tank comp can go ahead and auto all the way up to 60, using that kind of core of having Charles, Hakron, and a healer, and then the fourth slot, we're going to be using Cyrus. It's literally no different from what I made a video about a week ago, telling you how to finish the Void Tower before rotation ends. I just want to go over the stats I'm running. Now, I actually have been enjoying Mathasia on my squad when I'm autoing, and the reason for that is the revival comes in big here because Cyrus does end up dying every once in a while. And with the synergy between Hakron buffs and the Mathasia passive, I actually find that Mathasia ends up being more useful on full auto than Blackhorn would be. So just keep that in mind. But Blackhorn is going to be an excellent choice as well. So you can see here we have about 23k HP on Mathasia, almost 1550 defense here. Resistance tokens don't matter too much. If you can get resistance on her, she is in a revival set, which is quite nice. My Cyrus here, she has some pretty solid stats on her. I didn't really fully gear her out. I kind of just pulled gear that I had off of my Antinua. Max crit rate, 262% crit damage, 4.4k attack. Speed is kind of just going to be that naturally high number. If you're running Cyrus, she just has insane speed. Then we're going to have Hakron down here. And I believe I didn't quite get a revival set on him. As you can see, we are running 3 pieces of revival set. So I'm going to go ahead and swap that over right now, actually, before I forget, because we do want the revival set on him. I kind of forgot that we did not have the revival set on Hakron, which is, you know, a little funny because you get way better results if you do have that revival set on Hakron. But now with the new stats, we're going to have 3.4k defense, 16k HP, and 84% focus. Before this, we had a little bit less defense, about 3.2k defense, and a little bit less focus. So we're going to go ahead and go over Charles' stats as well here. Here we go, Charles. And he also was not in a revival set, or he was in a revival set, sorry. I just kind of swapped that over when I started autoing from 40 to 60. And we got 2.2k defense, about 14k HP, and 126% focus. His focus is a little low for those higher stages, but honestly, good enough for the majority. It really only matters when you're trying to taunt those Mathasias and those CCs because they're going to be wood affinity. So there we have it. There's going to be the stats, and we're going to try to beat stage 60 here with the tank comp. This was really hard to do in the previous rotation because of the extra defense that they were getting, as well as having the fact that they could stun, so it really threw things off. But because the only debuff that we're really getting here is the resistance, they are going to have that increase or decrease damage. But if you time it right, should be no problem. We're just going to have to wait for that second round, which is actually going to be what we were going to do anyways, because we want to get that defense pierce buff up on Cyrus. So we're just going to go ahead and get through these waves here. I'm just going to go ahead and let it play out. Nothing too crazy here. Nothing that you really need to pay attention for. I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead because we're just going to really just manually through our waves. They're going to hit everyone but Cyrus here, except for the blue characters. So we just have to make sure we're taking out those blue characters so Cyrus can survive. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead until we're at the end of the second wave. So we're just finishing up the second wave, and we almost have the three stacks of max HP. We're going to go ahead and start this boss fight. Now, one thing that I think a lot of people miss when using Cyrus, and they're like, why can't I use this character or this character or this character? I think a lot of people forget that she gives herself attack up on her own. So you don't need an additional attack up buff on your squad. I think a lot of people forget that, and it's massively, massively important in order for you to go ahead and kind of survive, or at least do the damage before they kind of get their healing spells off and all that good stuff. So very, very important that is in Cyrus's kit. And hopefully we're going to have the ability to go ahead and one-shot the Lightwing Zac here. That's what we're going to be going for. But we may actually change up our strategy and try to go for CC here because he's got the immunity. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see where CC puts that defense buff up. She puts it on herself. So maybe we go for someone else. We'll see. Cyrus is just going to go ahead and hit everyone here anyway. So all we're going to have to do is go ahead and taunt CC. Make sure she doesn't attach to anyone. She's go ahead and cleanse that taunt off, which is fine. And then we're going to go ahead and use the rage spell here. Maybe we should have run Agile Leap here. I thought I took Agile Leap, but we're going to go ahead and try the Rage spell first and see how much damage we're going to get off. Ooh, look at that damage. Very, very solid. He goes and hits Hacker in there, which is completely fine. Very, very solid damage there. Very, very impressed overall with that damage from Cyrus. We almost just straight up one-shot CC. And honestly, we probably would have been able to kill her here had we had the Agile Leap spell. But fortunately, she's going to have that lower HP, and I think we could just slowly grind through this with our Cyrus. Very, very impressive, because now CC's attached to Light Zac, which is completely fine. Now we can go ahead and just focus up on Blackhorn, and we may have to restart this with running Agile Leap, but we're going to go ahead and just play this out and see how it goes, because honestly, very, very impressive results for just the first time kind of running this on the new rotation, and I could clearly see, or you all can clearly see, the difference between having that 50% defense versus not having that 50% defense in this specific battle. I really think people underestimate how strong plus 50% defense actually was from the previous rotation. So we're just going to have this go ahead and run its course. Again, because CC's attached, we can try to kill off Blackhorn here. We still have 2 more turns to try to get that done. Now, Blackhorn is going to go ahead and basic. And we're going to go ahead and basic with our Charles, and now we can keep this Blackhorn kind of CC'd with the taunts. The fact that he got the totem out really slows us down here, but we're going to keep trying. CC should detach here from Lightwing Zac, and then let's go ahead and just cleanse off Cyrus here. So CC should detach, and she's going to go ahead and heal herself up. So now we can go ahead and try again with the big hits. Maybe we should. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to get the defense down. Okay, CC did resist it, and Blackhorn does have all the healing spells up. So we're just going to go ahead and taunt Blackhorn here. I'm going to go ahead and actually just do the ult again. See if we can go ahead and get some big hits. Last time, Light Zac did get some bonus turns. Okay, he got another bonus turn. It's pretty unlucky that Light Zac got both the times we hit him, he got bonus turns. But now we know what we're going to run. We're going to run Agile Leap. We're going to run this back. Because I forgot to run Agile Leap. We tried to run Rage, and that was not good enough. All right, so we're back, and we have the Agile Leap spell. So we're going to kind of just repeat the exact same thing that we did before. Hopefully we get some curse procs here. We did not really get any curse procs last time, and that could help out quite a bit. So let's go ahead and just remove some of these ability immunities. We do have to make sure Charles is landing that defense down. So if we don't land the defense down on that first turn, this could get a little bit more messy than we hope it will be. So let's go ahead and just let this play out. And then we're going to go defense down, and then the taunt. The totem should remove the taunt. Perfect. And then we can go ahead and ult here. And we definitely want to ult before we use our second skill, because we're going to get that attack up. Hopefully get a curse proc here. No curse proc. That's fine. Let's go ahead and just play this out a little bit longer. Hopefully he doesn't hit Cyrus here. He did hit Cyrus. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem. We're going to have to run that again. All right, so I decided to make one quick minor adjustment. We're going to swap out our boots here. We're going to a little bit less defense, a little bit less focus. Don't really care about that. Really what we're looking for is Hackren to go before Lightwing Zac here, so we can swap over to Cyrus to make sure that we're killing off that CC with the ability immunity. Now, unfortunately, the way I have this set up currently, they have the exact same speed. So we're going to have to make sure that Cyrus goes ahead and goes before Hackran, because if you do not know how Agile Leap works, we do need to have the character that we want to have a second turn go before a character that's going to swap the turn to them. Now, we could try to get the Ascension 4 here, but obviously I don't really want to do that right now. That's going to require a lot of campaign farming to get the right materials. So we're just going to run this and see. We're going to keep going until we get Cyrus to move before Hackran. So we can just test it here in this first round and see if it kind of changes every single round. I think that once you start the battle, it kind of keeps the same turn order throughout the whole battle. But let's just check here. So in this one, we have Cyrus going first, okay? So we have Cyrus going first, and then we should have Cyrus going first again. There we go. You can see Cyrus going first in that second round as well. So I believe this should stay the same throughout the entirety of the battle, but we'll have to check if we swap waves or something, if it changes. So we're on to the boss fight, and it does look like it kind of changes between waves. So we actually have Hackran going before our Cyrus. A little unfortunate because we do have a 50% chance for Cyrus to go first, and it didn't happen on the wave. So looks like we are going to either have to just survive this using the ability immunities, or something else is going to have to happen. So we're just going to have to hope that they target our Mathasia back here because she's got the lower HP. So let's just hope for that. Try to lay the defense down. CC resisted it. Little unfortunate. But we're going to go ahead and taunt Blackhorn to try to get him to cleanse the taunt, which he did. And then we're just going to go for Black Horde here. Okay, Cyrus is actually going before Hackran here, which is a little strange, but looks like it is going to end up be the case. Looks like it is swapping between rounds, which is, again, very, very strange. I had it very consistent before, but it appears that it's not 100% consistent. So I guess that kind of does make sense. But let's see here. We're not going to be able to kill CC off here, which is a little unfortunate yet again, but we are going to go for just trying to grind this one out, trying to go ahead and kill off someone here. Maybe we go for Niklaus, maybe we go for Blackhorn. We did get a little unlucky because we got double deflected on Blackhorn, and we do need him to not deflect, and he is deflecting pretty much every single one of our Cyrus's hits so far. We're going to go ahead and just try to taunt him. We did miss the taunt. Not surprised there. We do not have a lot of focus on our Hackran anymore. And CC and Lightwing Zack are pretty much going to full heal here. So we're probably going to have to run until we get a double curse proc on our Cyrus into the CC. Like, that's pretty much the only option we have, and we have only gotten that single curse proc. If we get this curse proc on the first hit, we may just be able to kill it with one curse proc because we do end up getting the defense pierce up, which will increase our damage as well. Not to mention, we actually didn't land the defense down on the CC, so there's a lot of different things that went wrong here, and we can definitely win if just one of those things go right. So we're going to keep going here. We're going to keep basicing, and just hope that Charles here can go ahead and land the defense down. Another double deflect onto Blackhorn. This guy is literally deflecting every single hit. Very, very unfortunate there. So CC should go ahead and attach next round. But I think maybe we should just wait for CC. There she goes. She just detached. Gonna go ahead and try to land the defense down. We missed it again. Very, very unfortunate. But we're gonna go ahead and try to just go for CC here by going with the big damage on CC with the defense down. Oh, that's interesting. So she actually, this is very unfortunate. She actually gets the defense or damage reduction buff off turn from everyone else because of the fact that she attached. So that is a little unfortunate. We're just going to have to go with trying to kill off Blackhorn here, I guess. So let's just hope we crit. That's really what we're going to have to hope for. Got deflected yet again. Very, very unfortunate. I mean, this is just one thing after another. With Blackhorn here, it's not that crazy to expect no deflections here, but it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and just Agile Leap back over to Cyrus. Now, if we don't get deflected here, we probably could take out Blackhorn. So we're going to try. No deflection. We did get a curse proc. We took out Blackhorn. Very, very nice. She's attached to Niklaus. This is perfect. We can try to focus on killing off our Lightwing Zack here. And I think we have a very good shot of it. We just need to make sure that he is not going to get too many bonus turns. So when he does have that defense or damage reduction buff up, we're just going to go ahead and try to focus Niklaus. CC is going to stay at that kind of lower HP because Blackhorn no longer can heal on an AoE, and this looks like a guaranteed clear. I don't really see how it could fail at this point. We just need to make sure that when Lightwing Zack's ultimate is up, we have Cyrus have the ability immunity up. So we're just going to heal up Aphasia, and everyone's going to be pretty much at full HP. And this is what I kind of love about having Aphasia on the squad with Hakron. She just gives so much extra healing over time due to the overall just buffs plus the passive here. Looks like the defense reduction, or damage reduction, I keep saying defense reduction, but the damage reduction buff popped up again, and because Aphasia is a little bit lower HP, she is tanking the Lightwing Zack hits because they do target the one with the lowest HP. Aphasia looks like she's going to go down, which could cause a little bit of problems here, to be honest, but we're going to see. We just need to make sure that we kill off Light Zack. There we go, we killed off Light Zack there, and we're just going to go ahead and basic Niklaus here, and just basic him again, and then Cece's going to go ahead and detach this turn, and she should heal herself, which preferably she wouldn't, but she is going to heal herself, I'm almost certain of it. There we go, she healed herself. Let's hopefully we can land the defense down now. We did land it, now we can hopefully land the taunt. She resisted that, that's okay. We do happen to have the taunt here, and we do happen to have Agile Leap, which I may just try to Agile Leap over to Charles here. I guarantee we're not going to be able to kill off CC here with the damage reduction buff. So we're going to try to land the taunt again. We landed it. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and just basic CC and keep up the defense pierce buff. And just whittle her down slowly. Going to take a hit from Niklaus. Not worried about that. If we do end up having kind of a 1v2 of Cyrus plus someone or Charles and Hakron against Niklaus, I'm not worried about that at all. Now we can go ahead and just ult CC, and hopefully this kills. I think we'll need a Curse Proc though. Ooh, we have 99 HP, so that's going to be good enough. And now we can just put it on full auto. So there you go. There's stage 60 with Cyrus, with the full tank comp. Very, very solid. Again, this is the one stage that was a really, really big trouble for the tank comp last rotation. And now we're just able to beat it. So I really don't see any downside of the tank comp at this point. I literally was able to full auto to stage 60. Stage 60 was completable after 3 different runs. I just had to get the kind of the right RNG. And this is way, way easier. It will be easier with a new comp to be sure as well. Obviously, if you're running that Edicris type comp, I believe. But this tank comp only required 3 tries. All you have to have is a well-geared Cyrus. I believe Antinua will work as well, but you're going to have to change the team comp. You're probably going to have to add an attack buff up as well in the comp, like a brand or something. That's why we use Cyrus, is because she has her built-in own attack buff. So very, very nice character there. Might be able to use Garel as well. I don't think any of them compare to Cyrus, though. So there you have it. There's going to be the 60 clear right there. And I don't really see any downside of the tank comp. You can't be running poisons on this comp. You can't be running Desmond generally if you want to have it completed quickly. It's going to be a lot of RNG if you use any of those characters. So definitely recommend you using Cyrus. Definitely recommend you building out the tank comp. And it's going to be very, very nice for your Void Tower clear if you're able to just auto through most of it. So that'll be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one.